All right. Well, speaking of furry stuff being stuffed into something, is that a woolly worm on Vince's face, or is he just happy to be back? What the before we talk about Vince's new contract with the WWE, let's talk about Vince's new facial hair. It looks like Snidely Whiplash and Vincent Price had a baby. He's I don't is he also dyeing his hair now? Because wasn't he on TV with some semblance of some gray in his hair for quite a while, and then suddenly he looked like Ron Jeremy's pubic hair is on his head.
He looks insane right now because it also looks like he has fillers or something in his cheeks. So he has like what appear to be big fake cheeks and then a flat Botox forehead and then all of a sudden jet black hair and a mustache.
And a woolly worm mustache.
That's always the interesting thing. You know, anyone who's ever grown a mustache, I've never done the move where you either shave off the bottom or you shave off the top. Like I've always just had whatever's there, that's what grows.
In between the nose and the lip that's kind of the area, but this is just it's like somebody took a fucking Sharpie to him while he was asleep. And how does that, when you're almost 80 years old and you've never had something like that before in your life, how does that idea strike you?
I think you hit on it earlier on, joking around. He remembers being a kid and seeing Errol Flynn in movies. And he's like, you know what? I always wanted to be swashbuckling.
You know what? That's not only a word that doesn't fucking get used enough lately, these modern years, swashbuckling and swashbuckler, but also now I think I can see Vince in the Cult of Cornette Fan Fest watcher outfit with the sash and but instead it wouldn't be a beret, it would be the goddamn pirate scarf. He'd be like Keith Richards. And he's got a fucking saber and the sash and
his mustache matches the shirt, so it works perfect.
I understand maybe the idea of, well, if you're a public figure and you want to color your hair a little bit, but after people have already seen it, who goes gray and then goes back naturally? Does that happen? So
no.
once
Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Once the paralegal is out of the bag, so to speak, once that something has been revealed, then you can't go back, can you? He can't make all the people that saw him with gray hair sign an NDA.
It looks to me like he got work done on his face. For you to be that age, after all these years on TV and knowing that you're never going to have, even in a perfect world, you're going to not have that sort of presence on your television show ever again, all of a sudden he looks nuts. Something's going on. He looks nuts. He looks nuts. You know, the whole thing, like he was going to grow old and still be this bodybuilder. Like for an old man, he's in great shape. But his face all of a sudden has this transformation and he looks like another person.
Maybe it's just he missed Halloween all those years when he was working constantly and didn't celebrate, any kind of holidays. So now he decided he's going to go as Gomez Adams.
He decided to find Madonna's plastic surgeon. Look at him. He looks like one person from the cheeks down and one person from the cheeks up.
Now, wait a minute. Which cheeks are you talking about?
The cheeks in the photo with Muda.
Well, maybe he got some of Madonna's ass cheeks implanted in his face cheeks. Or vice versa. Hey, the Kiss My Ass Club, the Ass in the Face spot by Rikishi. These could have been clues that were being dropped. Little Easter eggs.
Can you imagine you get into the Hall of Fame? Let's just say you're one of the women's wrestlers. You get into the Hall of Fame. It's just this wonderful career culmination. The celebration of everything I've been through. And you're back there and you're next to Paul, Triple H. Here's your ring. Want to get a picture? Oh, by the way, right before the picture, who slides right in with a mustache? Vince McMahon. Like, hello! Remember me!
If he'd have been twirling one end of it, it would have been perfect. And then we'll get the Saudis $9 billion.
But you see, but again, to go back to it, he didn't go like mustache like, I'm working in the forest mustache, or I live in Brooklyn mustache. He went with, like, I'm a maitre d' at a French restaurant mustache. That's a choice. It's an interesting choice.
He is so. Are you saying that he visited a fancy restaurant and saw some guy coming out with a fucking tray of Welsh rarebit and thought, I need that guy's look?
Either that or Errol Flynn. Those are the two choices.
Hey, Errol Flynn's going to make a comeback.